Governor Ipitas is anxious that his supporters won't get to vote. He uses provincial government funds to hire a second helicopter to deliver the boxes.
It's not organized. No choppers, no allowances for people, no cars. What's happening here? So I'm trying to facilitate now. So I don't want small boys like you talking to me. It's for the interest of the people, not you or me. People must be given a chance to vote.
Kundapan Taliaga continues his campaigning in Marbeg and remains upbeat.
I feel happy and really excited about if the elections were to be held tomorrow, I could comfortably win by 100,000 votes.
Kundapan can be confident of a big total, because in Enga there are more than 400,000 names recorded on the electoral roll, nearly 3 times the number of eligible voters. Tribes routinely add ghost names, including the names of infants and the deceased, as well as mountains, animals and plants. Even electoral official Patrick Pandau is in the game.
I'll be voting 3 times. In here, in the Ampong Kompemo electorate, and then in the Wabaramanda district.
The majority of the people who should vote are not in there, and too many ghost names are in there, and rest houses are all mixed up, and it's all in a complete mess. This is not a very accurate document.
It's not my mistake. It's not of my making, but it's of the electoral commission's making that I was enrolled in 3 different places.
Ken Perikin is also taking democracy into his own hands. He believes that elections for local councillors are confusing the greater struggle for the governorship, and he asks Peace Lieu to stand down from the council elections to avoid further splitting the tribe. But Peace wants to be a big man too. Clan loyalty has defeated individual democratic rights, but the task of uniting the tribe remains. Tribesmen supporting Kundapan Taliaga are still determined to make their own choice. Ken has failed to unite the Upperling behind Governor Ippitas. Tomorrow is polling day, and the standoff between Ippitas and Taliaga threatens to tear the tribe in two.
First thing in the morning, tomorrow. There's not enough time.
Election day in Enga. Officials distribute the last ballot boxes across the province. The chaotic polling arrangements are about to be put to the test. The Upperling gather on ceremonial ground to vote. Big man Ken Perikin still hopes to secure the votes of the whole tribe for his candidate, Peter Ippitas. Election officials do what the big man tells them and pass the ballot papers to Peter Ippitas' son. This method is crude but quick, and known in Enga as Tanam Table. To turn the table is to cast all the votes in favour of a single candidate. But some tribesmen still want to vote for Kundap and Taliaga.
That's my family. That's my wife. This is fucking secret ballot.
Democracy is crumbling and taking tribal unity with it. Traditional authority is seldom challenged this seriously. Kundapan voters managed to wrestle just under 100 papers from the governor's supporters, but their dissenting votes will count. Despite the rebellion, the big men get their way. The remaining 2,600 votes are cast for Peter Ippitas. Filling out the papers is the task of a clandestine team operating in a nearby classroom. After midnight, the boxes are transported to the police station and locked in shipping containers to await counting. What is meant to be a one-day election extends over a week and a half in Enga, and while many polling stations see conflict, in the village of Pa, 2 candidates voted with their guns. Running from the gunfire was the electoral official Timil Yakin.
But when the ballot box came, there were, several armed men, who were armed to the teeth, and they fired, shots, and eventually killed 2. And I escaped. I and my family escaped narrow death. Merge modern politics with the existing, Melanesian, politics, especially in the Enga society. You don't have to, have friction, of course.
Stud, Casanova, player, cad.
No, I can't be tamed.
They are the men whose self-confidence, physical beauty or stamina make them irresistible to women.
I am a predator.
Other men envy their powers.
I remember when I got married on the Saturday, I committed adultery on the Tuesday.
Women seem drawn to them.
98% of men don't have the courage to do it.
Big fish in small ponds.
Having a wife, I think it's like having a boss.
The Stubbs of suburbia. He's been called the greatest athlete of the century.
I will be the youngest heavyweight champion in history.
But he was much more than a great boxer.
Well, it came from God.
He was one of the most compelling figures of his time.
He fought with his mind.
With never-seen-before archival footage.
I am the king of the world!
And interviews from friends, family and admirers.
There's something good happened to the guy. He was as sharp as a tack.
Muhammad Ali, Through the Eyes of the World, on the Documentary Channel.
Here are just some of the premieres coming to Sky Box Office in December.
Mr. President, the planet is under attack by aliens.
Things are getting serious in Scary Movie 4.
We can't just leave him out there.
I'll be back. I promise.
There's an amazing story of survival in 8 Below.
Yeah.
And Tim Allen has a life-changing experience as the Shaggy Dog.
Is there anyone who has not sniffed my butt?
And I said, yes.
What? 2 families unite in yours, mine, and ours.
We are gonna fix the Special Olympics.
Johnny Knoxville stars in The Ringer.
Go for gold!
He's inspiring the students in Take the Lead.
Feel the beat.
And she must go undercover in She's the Man.
Let's go. Kick. Kill!
And a young girl is given the chance of a lifetime.
I like it.
In Dreamer.
It's a long shot, but why not us?
Plus, there's so much more to choose from coming to Sky Box Office in December.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs, you can trust yourself when all men doubt you. Neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you. You'll be a man, my son.
We're not so different, you and I. You and I, we're not the same in any way.
He lived and drummed to excess.
The nightclubs, the girls, the parties.
So much so that he almost knew no limits.
I think it became unfortunate for Keith. He became, well, he's coming, so we better expect trouble.
He was one of rock music's most dramatic and outstanding casualties.
Had he not been Keith Moon, had he not been in the Who, he might have been arrested.
Keith Moon, living famously on the Documentary Channel.
A week after the official election day, ballot boxes for remote districts of Enga still haven't been delivered. Election frustrations are running high, and the prospect of violence grows by the day. During the night, upland tribesmen destroy a bridge to prevent the votes of a competing candidate reaching the counting rooms. The war party responsible then pleads with police to keep the peace.
People are not like in trouble. People are line block governor. People are easy to say people are current result long all this la. Election blow people na. People are stop easy tasol. Ini mol magi karim boxi go lo narbla po lo stu blow na right him na. All la karim come and said. Finding way long come na. All lo is him threat number gunfire number you go come na.
Engans are losing faith in democracy. They resort to an alternative. Gunmen attack Wabag's election headquarters and invalidate unmarked ballots. In an effort to secure the situation, officials destroy the voting papers. Police arrive just in time to clean up, but worse is to come. At 5 a.m, 30 heavily armed men storm the Wabag police station. They blow open the shipping containers with 2 tons of jet fuel. Thousands of boats go up in smoke.
Well, we can't do much. It's all up to the Electoral Commission and the government, the national government, to decide whether to count all these boxes again or suspend this election, or I don't know. But I think every Angans not really happy. They're very, very angry now for this incident.
Hundreds gather outside the police station. Candidate Matthew Parep reflects their mood. After 3 weeks, the Electoral Commission orders officials to count the charred remnants of Inga's votes. Nearly twice as many ballots are returned as there are eligible voters, despite the fact that a good proportion were burned. With a majority of more than 40,000 votes, Peter Ippitas is re-elected governor. That's a hollow victory. Official objections have been presented to the Court of Disputed Returns, challenging Governor Ippitas's right to lead Enga. But for the time being, he has crushed his rival kinsman, Kundapan Taliaga.
It wasn't a fair election. It wasn't a fair election. Yeah. Why I say it's not a fair election is that the choice of electoral officials, how they were bribed, how they were given money. I mean, we have evidence to all those, but like I said before, the truth will not come out of anybody. They don't want to say. But one day we will feel it.
An Apelin tribesman rules Inga again, and Ken Perikin has preserved his power.
Proud to be, relief. I'm relief now, I'm free now. I can, do anything I want. Do my own job and go about, with my family. Freedom. I got a freedom now. Yes, the power is here with us, with my son.
Two forms of governance, one ancient and one modern, were dramatically distorted during election time. And in 5 years, Ingans will have to endure it all again.
We do have good leaders in Inga and the rest of PNG society, of course. And the miracle would be the day when these real leaders are elected into public office. So that's the miracle I was actually thinking about and hoping would happen one day, one of these fine days.
Democratic government has brought money, conflict and a new layer of leadership to the highlands of Papua New Guinea. Members of Parliament now hold the power of big men, and with the resources of the state, they are slowly modernising Inga. But tribalism is resilient, and despite the toll on lives and property, the demands of clan loyalty will also endure.
Enya